Hey guys, I'm Katelyn Ohashi, a former UCLA gymnast, photographer, poet, activist, and creative director. Join me on my cheat day. So a regular day of training usually looked like getting up around 6:45 and being to treatment around 7:15-ish, and then we'd scurry off to the gym, working out, exercising, conditioning to get our body strong, and then we would also do pressure sets where we'd have to show the entire gym and the coaches. I was in the gym 7 hours growing up, always. We'd run off to class right after that, so it was like we had this non-stop thing constantly. So my favorite event to compete is definitely floor because of how much personality can come out. And then training is kind of like whatever's going good that day. Typically, I do love tumbling, but beam was always fun to like mess around on. I think I'll be like 50 and can still like pull out stuff on beam. I feel like that's like what I was born on. I remember the first time I got my 10, which I actually got it on beam. And beam was like kind of what I was known for in my elite career. Gymnastics is so subjective that at the end of the day, we just try to get 1% better every single time. I was getting 995s, 9975s, and when I finally switched up my routine a little bit, I finally got that 10-0, which felt amazing. I think it's inevitable to get nervous. Like no matter how well you have prepared for the competition, you're always gonna have some nerves, which I think is always good. Adrenaline kind of just helps you get through, especially floor routines. I think I would get just the right amount of nervous. I knew that gymnastics wasn't it for me at the end of the day. Like if I fell, nothing was riding on the line, and I would always remind myself of that. Like I would give myself one fall every single meet so I could take the pressure off and just have fun every single time I stepped out onto the floor. We should be having fun with gymnastics because we love it and not because we're forced into it. I think that we've been lied to, thinking that we have to go to gym 7 hours a day. I've met these crazy gymnasts that are like self-taught that spend maybe an hour or something, or like they simply have fun and they have more air awareness and things that we've been training our entire lives to be able to do. I definitely don't find it too hard to fill my time. I'm constantly exploring different things. I love music, so I bought quite a few instruments over quarantine. I have been skateboarding and just trying to have as much fun with every single day and learn at least one thing new. Relaxing is really important to me because I have always been a firm believer in resting to work versus working to rest. I like to meditate, I like to listen to music and snuggling with Bonnie and just doing whatever I can to be ready for whatever activities I have next. I like not wearing what everyone else is wearing. 90% of my wardrobe is thrifted. So now we're gonna check out some of San Francisco's iconic vintage shops. My favorite thing about thrifting is being able to piece together different outfits and different pieces. What I also love is the exclusivity of it. Like, no one's gonna be walking around in this now, or anything like this. And the materials were so much better back then. All right, so we got the pizza. Now let's head to the park. My favorite toppings are typically pepperoni, pineapple, and jalapeno, but today I decided to switch things up. Got some sausage, pepperoni, bell peppers, onions. My favorite meal is actually, I love pizza. I love sushi and dim sum. SF has way better food. LA, honestly, they're kind of too healthy for me, pretty bland. Whereas everything that I've had in San Francisco has been amazing. They have really great Asian food. So that's what I'm really excited to explore more of. I hate cooking. I am really bad at it. I ruin the taste of chicken. I always cut and burn myself. So typically I am not a cooker and I just order food. I went viral in 2019. My routine went viral on Twitter and it was insane. I just remember they posted it and the next day my phone was blowing up. I remember refreshing my page and it had like skyrocketed like 100,000 followers. I had to get off social media for a couple days because it was a lot. Good Morning America reached out. They just called us up and they're like, okay, we want to fly your parents out. We ended up getting on a flight like the next day. I got to perform a poem on Good Morning America, which was insane. My relationship with gymnastics was definitely a roller coaster. I was in the gym 36 hours a week. I kind of, for a period, hated it and had to rediscover my joy and fall back in love with the sport. Falling back in love with it was super important and everything else was the cherry on top. I have loved working on my leotard collection just because I love designing. I make sure that my leotards are colorful and fun, vibrant, and have messages that maybe I didn't feel like I had growing up wearing a leotard. Like, I love body positivity, and so making sure that the girls feel comfortable in their own leotard and just excited for practice every day wearing it. Gymnastics has kind of shaped the entire reason why I back up like body positivity and body image so much. You're in like a skimpy leotard that everyone can see everything. By the time I was 14, I was told that I looked like an elephant or a pig or just certain things that made me feel really uncomfortable. Just growing up and realizing that only you can control how you feel in your body and you're stuck with yourself all the time. So it's like learning how to love the parts that maybe you didn't always love has been my biggest thing. I used to really not love my legs, and then I realized that my legs are why I was able to do gymnastics so well or could do things that most people can't even dream of doing. So I definitely learned to just take all of these insecurities I had and nourish them and love them and turn them into my favorite things. I think that the biggest thing for young gymnasts is to always remember that joy is the most important thing, and you're not gonna love it every single day or be having the most fun with it, but when you love something, you put 100% of yourself into it. Thanks for joining me on my cheat day. Hope you guys had as much fun as I did. Before I kick you out, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and now it's time to write in peace.